Hey guys, oh my god, I got married at 22 years and guys were freaking out. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing the pros and cons to getting married at a young age. You want to watch this? You'll agree with me that everyone has a certain expectation about when they want to get married. You know, some it's 30, some it's 25, etc. But for me, I had always wanted to get married young. Yes, sounds crazy to some of you, but that's the truth. I'd always been in love with, family and wanting to start my own. So once I met Steven, there was no looking back. I had to just get right into it. I met him, I think at about 2015. And that's a story for another day. I'll share another video about how we met. It's very exciting. And 1 year down the road, we knew we wanted to get married. So when we come to tell our people, guys were freaking out. So I'm going to share some of the pros and cons. But let's start with the cons of getting married at a young age. The first one, criticism. Guys, when people knew I was going to get married, guys were texting me and telling me, marriages are failing. Are you sure? Why should I be among that statistic? No, I'm not going to. Mine is not going to fail, So guys were, and I know they were doing it from a good place because, they were worried that I'm still a baby and maybe I wasn't ready for this, So it was that criticism comes. Some people were thinking I was pregnant. Sometimes when people rush into things, people think that maybe you're trying to hide a pregnancy or something like that. And that wasn't the case. I was just ready. I'd met the person that I wanted to spend my life with and I was going in. And another thing that I experienced was people were saying, you need to first enjoy life. How do you just, trap yourself? And for me, I was asking myself, I want to enjoy life with my husband, all through my campus life, I didn't enjoy that kind of life where people went to the bars and things like that. So I was not about to enjoy it after. So I wanted to enjoy life with my husband, to travel with my husband, So that is some of the criticism that you will face if you get married young. So the second thing that I actually found was a challenge was the friendships, Guys have just gotten out of campus. People are still trying to figure things out. The people that were so close to you, all of a sudden now you've changed kind of seasons. You've now gotten married and now they are not. So there are things that you don't connect as you used to. I have people that were so close to me, but right now, no one has done anything wrong to the other, but somehow you just fall apart because now you're a new mother. You need maybe a community of new mother friends to exchange experiences and to seek out different challenges and things like that. And that they are in a different space. So you'll find that some of the friendships are going to just kind of go away. And it was so hard for me because sometimes you're hanging on and saying, no, this person is my friend. Let me reach out. You reach out. But the conversations are just not flowing. You're on different tangents, and that's something that you need to think about and know that is going to happen, or may it happen. Maybe it was just me, but it may happen after you get married quite, early. And because friendships are built on strong foundations, like maybe you've been with each other in school for a long period of time, so it becomes hard for a person like me at an older age to begin making new friends. It gets lonely sometimes. So that's something you need to think about because everyone else already has their friends. Maybe guys have all gotten married at about 28, 30, or 27, and they're doing life together. They're having children at the same time. And then all your friends who you are with are doing different things. And then you have to start from scratch. It was quite hard. So that's something you need to know. The third thing is professional growth. Guys, I just finished campus, just graduated, I think a year before I got married, and everyone is starting out their career. They're starting to learn, they're starting to grow. And then me, I've gotten married, and then I got a honeymoon baby, so then I get pregnant. So as people are climbing the ladder, somehow you're going some steps back, Sometimes you feel like, hey, but oh my God, my friends are doing MBS, things like that. They are advancing. And for you, somehow you're stagnant because you're not advancing in your career. There are people who do it, who do the marriage and new mom thing with also their career. But I realized one had to give. Like, I can't do the MBA because actually, I remember I signed up. I went to UMI. I was like, yes, I think my son is now 2 years. I'm going to sign up and do that. I did the aptitude test, which I passed, and then they sent me a message. Now you need to pay and get ready to start, in like 1 month or so. Then the timetable came out. Classes were beginning at like, I think 6 up to 9 p.m. It was going to be tight. When was I going to see my child, So I was like, not right now. So you'll see that all your friends are kind of advancing. And then for you, things are just stagnant. So that's something you need to think about if you want to get married young. Yeah. So those are some of the cons that I've experienced. Let me know in the comment section, what are your thoughts about getting married young? There are some disadvantages that you think, are there for other women to find out and know.
Light bulb moment, Lisa. Did you know that sweat is odorless? What smells are the byproducts that have been broken down by bacteria. Hey, blame it on the bacteria. Okay.
Now that we've looked at the cons, the bad side to getting married young, we know that every coin has two sides, So let's look at the good as well. The first thing, that is so nice about getting married young is that, okay, for me, my plan is by 30, I'll be done with having kids, guys. I started early, I already have 2. I just need to push, I think, 2 more. And I'll be done. You've seen those mothers, they look like their daughters. Someone even can't tell. Is that the mother? Is that the daughter? That's what I'm going to be like. So I'm going to be looking fine. I finish giving birth and then I work out, lose all that money weight, and I'll be good to go. So getting married early really helps you do things so much faster, and then you're done. So even about, I know I talked about the professional thing. So at 30, guys will now start getting kids. Now me, I'll be finishing. So now I am going to set the pace, and try to climb that career ladder and try to make up time. All the time that I lost, I'm getting it back, So that is one thing that I'm excited about. That is so very nice about getting married young. And the second thing that I think from my experience has really helped in getting married young is the maturity and stability that you get. Because you've become a wife, there is all this responsibility on your shoulder. You mature fast. Like there is no time to just to waste time. You mature fast. You get to have intellectual conversation because now even your network changes. You're with married people, maybe people who are older, and many times my friends have said, you don't look your age. The things that you say are not things a 22-year-old would say or a 23-year-old would say. So you get to mature and then you get to plan for the family. Yes, you're 22, but remember now you're a mother, you're a wife, so you get to plan, you make important financial decisions, you acquire assets at a very young age. I mean, that is so amazing, That sense of responsibility that you're carrying just makes you, enter bigger spaces, and no one is looking at your age. They're just listening to what's coming out of you. They're seeing what you're handling and managing. And before you know it, you're getting so much more because of your experience. So getting married early has really helped me mature. It has helped me mature. You get to make decisions that you never have made if you weren't married, So I would advise you, if you find the one, don't waste time. I think people have all these notions about marriage and say, you need to first wait until you're 28 or 30, first be ready. I don't think you can ever be ready, like completely ready for anything. So sometimes you just need to, dive in. If you found the one and you're sure about the decision, go in and start life together. For me, I think the biggest thing that makes marriage work is ability to learn. If you're willing to learn and adjust, that is the thing that will make marriage successful. Not age, all right? So that is something that has really, really helped me. The third thing that I think is, a good thing about getting married early is your health. We all know that when you have kids at an older age, you can't play, you can't run, you can't do certain things because you're so worn out, your back is paining and things like that. So for me, I found that because I got married early, I am playful, I play with my kids, I do this and that with them. And then also having kids, statistics show, of course, when you have kids at a younger age, there's a very higher chance that they will be more healthy and all those things. So I don't want to get into that. But yeah, that is something that's important. And even when you're young, you're able to, try new things. You're able to try new things, even in the bedroom. When you're younger, you can try different things. There are certain strokes that are for, as if aerobics, to spice up the bedroom. So because I'm 22, at least I can try something new. So health is a key point, okay? And then the other thing that I really see is so great about getting married young is you spice up marriage. Because many people make marriage too serious. Like, don't do this, do that. But you see, because me, I'm young. Okay, I'm no longer 22. I got married at 22, but I'm no longer 22. But I still have that youth in me, I will play with my husband. I will make us look young. When it's party time, I'm calling my husband up to dance, and people are like, you guys, how do you do it? But because I'm young, I don't overthink things and I live life in the moment. And I believe that also comes with age. Like sometimes people are too serious, like you've gone through, life has hit you more, but there's no way apart from being too serious. So for me, I think, don't be serious about things. And that has actually helped to spice up my marriage. My husband will testify, I make him look young. Guys are like, hey, but Stephen, weren't you in my class? But because of the things he does, because of me, we look young, we look youthful, we look more in love because of me. And of course that comes with age. So yeah, it's going to spice up your married life. I believe. So another thing that I like about being young is that there is less pressure on you. Like you get married at 22. I mean, people are not expecting much. Yes, it's funny, but it's true. My mother-in-law still calls me her baby. So even when I go and visit, like, you're treated as a baby. Like, no one is expecting so much. But if you get married like at 30, guys are expecting. It's a high standard for you. You must know how to cook this. You must know how to make the home. I feel like at a younger age, you're given more room, like, to learn. You're allowed to make mistakes. The mistakes I've made, but I've learned, and that's okay. So I'm still my, mother-in-law's baby, and I embrace it. I love it. I accept it, and that's one of the good things about getting married young. Another good thing about getting married young is you're able to adapt easier. Let's take an example of, my story. I've mentioned to you that I took some time off from work, like full time. I'm part-time, so I took time off full time. Imagine you're about 30, you've gotten married at 30, you're already like maybe a manager or something, like already you're in a big rank, and then you're having kids, and then maybe you need to take time off. I feel it's a lot harder to let go of that managerial role to look after your kids. It's a lot harder. But for me, really, I just started, like, I had things to my name, to my, I'd done some work, some experience, but it cannot compare to someone who has been in the field for about 30 years. So I'm willing to learn, I'm willing to make bigger sacrifices because I'm young. And I think when you're older, you kind of have lived your life doing certain things a certain way. So it's harder to change, But for me, I'm coming from campus. I know nothing. I'm going in open-minded. I'm like, Lord, just teach me. So when your husband maybe suggests this, you're more willing to adapt, and change, because there is nothing really that you're hinged to so much in the marriage. And I think this actually makes marriage work a lot. I can testify. So after 4 years of being married, we are going strong. The people who are, who are saying, what, things won't go well, you're so young. I don't know. I'm happy and I'm grateful. So please do not be pushed down into not getting married if you've found the one because of what people are saying. Like, people will always say things. That is my story for you. So the pros and cons to getting married early. Now you can make a decision. You can make the right decision. My name is Lisa Kusiima. Feel free to subscribe down below to my channel so that you can see interesting videos like these. Let me know some of the aha moments for you in the comment section. I'm here to inspire.